여러분 안녕하세요. In this video today, we're gonna look at 안녕하세요. 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 You can say this greeting whether you meet someone in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, anytime. Pretty convenient, right? 안녕하세요 has two parts in it. 안녕하세요. 안녕 alone can be used as a casual form. 안녕 can be used to your friends or someone younger than you. 안녕 to say hi or 안녕 to say bye. Pretty convenient. 안녕, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Let's talk about 하세요. 하다 means to do. There are tons of verbs ending 하다 in Korea. They put 하다 after any noun to make it as a verb. 공부, study, 공부하다, to study. 사랑, love, to love someone, 사랑하다. 숙제, homework. To do homework, 숙제하다. Just like that. 하 is the verb stem. After removing 다, we are left with the verb stem 하. She is honorific she. 하시어요. 하셔요. Even though 하세요 is the Korean standard form of 하세요 to do, uh, depends on the area, and a lot of people still say 하셔요, 하셔요. That's communicable too. 하시어요, 하세요. In this screen, I will explain 안녕 in Chinese characters. 안녕. 안 means safety or comfort. 녕 means comfort too. 안, you see the little tiny dot in the middle on top of the thing? That means the roof, the shape of roof. And that represents the house. And this little thing under the roof means woman, female. When there is a woman under the roof inside a house, it will create comfort for all the people or inside the house. You can imagine and relate this, right? 안. Let's look at the second word. Another roof. That means house. We've talked about it. This word originally looked like this. It came from the shape of heart. You know, left side, right side, the heart. The blood goes in and come out. Heart. This thing, it's quite interesting. This thing represents lots of bowls. You see, in Asian culture, we sit on the floor, and there's use this low table, eating table, and when there are lots of bowls, it might look like this from your eyesight, right? And lots of bowls means lots of food to eat. So, and this one, and this word came from this equipment. Uh, it must be some sort of rake, right? I don't know if there's another word to call it in English, but when you harvest, you use this equipment to collect all the grains. So it represents harvesting lots of food. So you see the concept, the house under the roof, lots of food you harvested, so you have a lot to eat, and you're mind is quite comfortable because of that. 안녕, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Now, you know what 안녕 means. 안녕, right? Here, I'm going to talk about the pronunciation a little bit. Before I do that, let's look at these English words. White. You see, there's H there, but we used to say white. But these days, most people say white, no H sound. The second word has H in the beginning, but how do we read this word? Our, right? And the third word, it came from, we read it as Mrs., but it came from mistress, mistress, mistress. And then the R sound almost like mistress. If you say quickly a lot of times throughout the day, the R sound is like, not heard. Mistress, mistress, Mrs., Mrs. That's how it came to current Mrs. Just like that. 안녕하세요. We say 안녕하세요 all the time throughout the day. Whoever you meet, you say 안녕하세요. Because of that, look at this H sound in the middle. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Besides, if you look at the ng sound, 안녕, that's the nasal sound, right? It's something that the sound is generated near inside your nose area, and the air does not like shoot out as you say this sound. 안녕하세요. There are two uh, this characters meet together in the middle. 안녕하세요. H sound sometimes we don't say. So 안녕하세요. Sometimes it sounds like just omit the ng sound and omit the h sound and try to say this word. 안녕하세요. 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 It's a dirty trick, but if you omit the ng sound and h sound in the middle and then say this word quickly, people will understand. 안녕하세요. 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 You see? Try. I want you to try and see how you feel about it. It will be much easier to say, and there's no problem communicating. I don't know as a Korean language teacher if this is the right thing to teach, but surely some people think this as a trick, and they like the trick. So I want you to give it a try. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Speaking about 안녕 and 안녕하세요, I'd like to add this he. He makes a word, noun, into adverb. 안녕히. 안녕히. That means safely, comfortably, well, without any trouble. Adverb. 안녕히. Oh, do you remember what we talked about H sound? 안녕히. If you soften H sound, it almost just sounds like 안녕히, 안녕히, right? 안녕히, 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 안녕히. Try to experiment both ways when you say. 안녕히 is used to say 안녕히 가세요. That means go well. 가다 means to go. 안녕히 가세요. That's what you say when you say goodbye. Go well. Leave peacefully. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. Or if the other person is staying where they are right now, 안녕히 계세요. Stay peacefully where you are. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. And the person you're saying this to if the person is going out somewhere and then planning to come back, 안녕히 다녀오세요. 다니다 means to roam. We don't know the specific information, but it just implies the roaming. 안녕히 다녀오세요. 안녕히 다녀오세요. This is what children or wife or whoever the family stays home say to father, to the person who's going out of the house. Wherever they are going, just go and then come back. 안녕히 다녀오세요. Come back safely after you uh, go somewhere, whatever, wherever. 안녕히 다녀오세요. 안녕히 다녀오세요. So I think today's video is about this much. If you're living somewhere, 안녕히 가세요. If you're staying where you are, 안녕히 계세요. Bye bye. Happy learning.